Good evening. This is David Lynn, and you are watching me on Coffee Talk. 7 p.m. Central Time, Saturday, November 30th. This is the last day of hurricane season. Hurricane season ends today. The Bud Files. Hello, Bud Files. KP Heathen. Hello, KP Heathen. Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79. I hope hope everybody's doing well today. I still have a cough, and I am taking medication for it. They say sometimes the cough is the last thing to leave. Crap. Benzonatate capsules. And I'm taking some cough medicine. And I was originally taking 4 different things. Now I've also got some Flonate spray, nasal spray. My sinuses really hasn't been bothering me. And I'm drinking coffee, Folgers with carnation whitener. Oh, thank God for coffee. Thank God for coffee. Well, I can say I finally made 1800. God almighty, it took forever. Idaho Garden Girl, how are you doing? I tell you, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, you got a new phone? That's good, Uncle Al. Oh, I don't know how people existed without coffee. Thank you. I thought it would never come. So let's see. Early January, I was at 1500. A little over 1500 early January. Here we are, end of November, 11 months later, and I picked up 300 subscribers in right at 11 months. Now, what does that tell you about a slow spell? Your coffee's good. I drink a lot of stick coffee. I drink a lot of Folgers. I drink a lot of Nescafe. I order it. Like right now, I opened up another Mucinex over the counter. Sore throat lodgings. I really don't have a sore throat, but I still have a cough. So I opened up another pack of these. I've just finished a pack of coffee and creamer. This is a pack of creamer and sugar, 100 of each. I like the whitener. Matter of fact, a lot of times you get these at MREs. Or the civilian over-the-counter ones, a lot of times you'll get those. And then this is cup, by the cup, sugar. I really didn't mean to order the sugar with this, but it came with sugar, so, you know. And everything's been going up. That's just the way things are. Yes, please hit the like button. It'll help me out. It will help me out. So winter is here. It's been relatively mild. We haven't had a freeze yet. Knock on wood. According to the weather map for my area, in the next 10 days, we shouldn't have a freeze. But at some point, we'll start having freezing weather. I hope everybody took the opportunity to acquire a few items during Black Friday. If these are things that cost a little bit more, that's the time to buy them. If you can save money, if you can save money um, over what you normally pay, that's the time to buy it. Um, I bought a 4-pack of 8-pack MREs. They come with everything of a regular MRE minus the beverages. I have no problem with that. Of the civilian FEMA rations, what they call humanitarian rations, they don't come with ration heaters. I don't really care for them. They don't come with beverages. That's fine. I usually boil. I don't care for the ration heaters. And I have no problems with providing my own beverages. Beverage powder is reasonably inexpensive. So to have a couple of coffee sticks, a couple of creamers, a couple of sugars, a couple of fruit punches, or whatever cold beverage stick you want, lemonade, put it together in a baggie, and have those ready when you pull out your MREs. You're completely equipped. So, why did I buy them? Well, 4 cases for $150. Now, they're not new. They're probably 6, 7 years old. But if they've been stored reasonably well, and if I store them reasonably well, they'll be good 10 years from now. Most of the components will be good 10 years from now. And we're talking about less than $5 a meal. You get 12 in a case. And they advertise it as a month's worth. But really, if you have 2 a day, it's really 24 days worth. It's a little about 3.5 weeks worth. You probably need an extra case. You need 5 cases to cover a month if you're doing 2 a day. But that's the way they basically packaged it. Creative redundancy, CR, and Little Lone Prepper. How are y'all doing? Now, I will tell you, back in the days, when I wasn't working, I was putting a lot more effort into my YouTube channel, and I was getting a lot more views, I was getting a lot more likes, and I was picking up a lot more subscribers. So I have friends that are retired or do not work. They have YouTube channels, and they're picking up 100 or more subscribers a month. But their occupation and their hobby and what they spend a good chunk of their time on is YouTube. I have not been doing that, and I apologize, but you gotta have priorities. And with the wife having been in a bad way, and then work, and then the last couple of weeks I was in a bad way, really haven't spent time on it. So for those of you who look for my content, I apologize. But I will try to get back into the routine of things. A shot of whiskey and honey and a cup of hot coffee. Well, I'm having a cup of hot coffee. Two little sachets of Folgers and 2 sachets of carnation whitener in boiling hot water. Good cup of coffee. I don't I don't use sugar. Most of the time I don't use sugar. And as far as whiskey and honey, yeah, you want to burn the throat? Get you some whiskey. Honey's good with anything. Honey's good. I love honey with anything. I will try to get back to green onions good. Salads are good. Everybody should eat a good garden salad every day. Every day you should eat a fresh garden salad. And if you're using dressing, you should try to use a vinaigrette or something that's not real fattening. I know a lot of people like to use ranch or French dressing, but a vinaigrette is better for you. And I posted today. I posted when I got my Thanksgiving meal a couple of days ago. I had a salad and then I had a plate. I took a picture of my salad, it had vinaigrette, and I took a picture of my plate. My plate I uploaded as a short, no music, anything, just the plate. I did the same thing with the salad, garden fresh salad. Excellent salad. And I go out to eat occasionally with the family. We go for some get together. They like Olive Garden. I used to like to go to oh crap, they closed down. The seafood place. God, my mind's not what it used to be. Anyway, I'd go in there and I would always get soup and salad. When I go to Olive Garden, I always get a soup and salad. Soup and salad. And that's my, people look at me like, oh, don't eat anything? Have a soup and salad. And it is what it is. I am suppressing a cough. Cherry flavored. This is over the counter. And I've got some stuff that has a prescription. And get me through my live stream without coughing constantly. Red Lobster, yes, Red Lobster. Thank you, Uncle Al. And no, I don't have dementia. I have Alzheimer's. I forget the names of stuff sometimes. If I mispronounce something, I catch myself. That's people with cognizance. They'll do that. People who don't will not catch themselves. A glaring example in the public media right now would be Joe Biden. He's really declining mentally, and he will not catch himself, and he speaks in gibberish. That's, that's dementia. So don't be asking Uncle Al, do you think he has dementia? Please. So, talk to topics. Careful Okay. I will try to be careful. Yoda Vintage Americana and Joseph Moore, my friend. How are y'all doing? Well, I'll tell you what, Dave. I finally hit 1,800. You're up to 2653. You go with your bad self. Here I am feeling good about hitting 1,800. And mind you, when we were both pretty well active and we were growing, I usually stayed about 200 ahead of him. Now he's 800 or so ahead of me and pulling away. So I will be doing, before we get to a topic, I will be doing my 1,800 subscriber giveaway in the coming week, or perhaps by the weekend. But there's some prep stuff that I have to do. And for one, I will already tell you there will be probably 18 or less that will be in the drawing. How do I know that? Well, go and look at my last 5 videos. Look at the numbers on them. So a video I did 3 back had 18 comments. Now let's just say that each comment's from a separate person. That's 18 people. Then I go to the 4 others and I start just going through. Did they leave a comment on this one? Did they leave a comment on this one? Did they leave a comment on all 5? And it's too late to go back and try to fill in. It's too late. Did they? Boom, 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 boom. All 5. And if they did, they'll be one of the people whose names will be in the hat. And I will be putting out a list of who's in the hat. I'll show you who's who's in it. And I will shout each of those channels out. I'll link them in my video. And we'll do the drawing. I'll show how I write the names down and cut them out and roll them up and put them in a hat and shake it up and pull one out and open it up, and that's who won. And the last time there was 13. So I'd say there will probably be a few more than the last time. But the 2 times before that, as I recall, it was over 40. Over 40. So I don't know. But that's something I have to look forward to this week. Devil Dog Prepper. How are you doing, Devil Dog Prepper? My daughter's been working on her upcoming nuptials. And Dad, the photographer for the shower, they're going to do a bridal shower, it's going to cost me $300 for 3 hours. All right, I'll pay for it. Just don't stress me out over it. Mom stresses me out over everything. It's like, once you get to the point where I said I'm going to pay for it, she should shut up. My daughter's good about that. She'll shut up afterwards. The wife keeps talking. And I get stressed out sometimes over all the amount of money that we're putting out. It's her nature. My daughter, I raised her to be a lot more like me. My wife resents that, but then we love our kid. My live broadcast on Sunday and Sunday night and Wednesday church services will start airing soon. Well, that's good, Dave. God, I hope I can catch some of it. You deserve everything that's going for you. You deserve everything positive. The Lord bless and keep you. And the same to all of y'all. Still hovering around 2270. You'll get there, Uncle Al. Don't worry. I don't think there's much chance of me catching you. No chance of me catching Dave. Well, 7 watching and 9 likes. So, I have been advised about not doing daily live streams. I will tell you though, the live stream I did yesterday, and it had about 60 views. My shorts are doing a lot better after the live stream than before the live stream. So I need to probably do at least 3 a week. You know, I need to be able to, I need to be able to do a few a week. Uncle Al advised me that I've got a box coming. Let's hope the postal system doesn't screw it up. I've had that happen. He had that happen with, he sent me one in one time and I didn't get it. So I ordered a 4-pack of 8-pack MREs, $150 for 4 cases of 12. I ordered some Moors. Modular operational ration enhancements. Moors. Trying to keep track of all the acronyms, like trying to pull teeth. All the stuff that they come out with. You're doing 60 to 75 shorts a week. I'm good when I can do 2 and sometimes 3 a day. And I'm trying to do other shorts than just my food shorts. I'm trying to spread out. I'm trying to do some other stuff. Devil Dog, I'd start out with shorts. I'd start out doing shorts. If the easiest thing, the least amount of struggle you'll have is if you do a 30, 45 second short of food. Food items, like, what'd you have for breakfast? Take a shot of it. Now you can record, you want to do it simple, you can record a 5-6 second shot of your plate, your salad, your dessert, whatever, your coffee. And it'll be a still. You can just do a still. Just take an image of it. You can take images from your album. Something you don't mind showing. And just turn it into a 5 or 6 second short. And you don't have to put any music to it. You could extend it on out and you can put music to it if you want to. Put a title on it. Is it made for kids? If there's nothing offensive about it, let the kids see it. You can start doing that. And that's what my recommendation would be. Hashtags, yeah. Um, there you go. 600 views is good. I will tell you, for whatever reason, I think YouTube's got me pegged, or the AI's got me pegged at 400 to 500 views. Rarely do I get more than 400 to 500 views on a short. If, and sometimes I get a lot less. Like, for whatever reason, a clinker goes up. There's no reason it should be a clinker, but it gets 20, 30, 50 views. Every once in a while, I'll get one like that, 20 views, and I'll take it down. And really, it'll have 5 or 6 comments from people who watch my channel. And the rest were just people who just, click through. So, YouTube will throttle you. I'm being truthful. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to limit my eating and what I eat. When I go out and I buy food, food is one thing that I don't stress out over, that I pay for it. And I expect to pay a certain amount for whatever. Like, there's a place that makes really good breakfast tacos, 2 items, for $2 before 9 o'clock. I'll stop in there, and a lot of times I'll go, and I've got 4 students. I'll get each of them a taco. Right now I only have one aide. My aide does not like tacos right now, so she's not eating tacos. I may eat a taco, or I may not. I'll probably at least get a coffee. And for less than $10, I had coffee, and I fed my 4 kids. And that's a good way to start the day with them. And then when they start being a pain in the butt, I remind them, hey, you forget what I do for you? How I treat you, how I take care of you, treat you like my own. I talk to you like my own. You need to listen to me. And I can usually shame most of them. I mean, they might be emotionally disturbed, and they might be a little slow, but they're my kids, and they do have some home training. You have a food video for December? Well, that's good. I don't know about that, Dave. Never delete a short. Sometimes I take them private. Like, I get embarrassed by one, I take it private. Like, everything before it and after, it's like 400 and some odd views. And I had one with 500 and some odd views 3-4 days ago. I've really not been putting out much content in the last 10 days or so, because I've been sick. 20 pounds in 8 weeks. I need to weigh myself. I know I lost some weight in the last 10 days or so. I haven't been eating desserts. I haven't been drinking any sort of sugary sodas. I haven't been eating that much. I started drinking a 11-ounce protein drink every day. Lots of protein in it. 160 calories. I'm drinking vanillas now. You get a 4-pack of them. I'm drinking vanillas. Well, actually, right now I'm drinking strawberries. I got a couple of unopened packs, 4 packs of vanilla, but right now I'm going through a strawberry. I had one earlier today. And I ate 2 meals today. There won't be a third meal. Eight in the house, 8 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. So, there is a topic today. After I blow my nose, excuse me. Poor manners, doing that on the air. FEMA nuclear plans. Where do you think that came from? Uncle Al. He sent me a suggested topics. He sent me one about banking. And we may get around to talking about banking. Bank closures and problems. But if you look at FEMA plans for emergencies. Storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, cyclones. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. Okay. So, be prepared for a nuclear explosion. I'm getting this off the ready.gov. Nuclear explosions can cause significant damage, you think, and casualties from blast, heat, and radiation. But you can keep your family safe by knowing what to do and being prepared if it occurs. A nuclear weapon is a device that uses a nuclear reaction to create an explosion. Nuclear devices can range from a small portable device carried by an individual to a weapon carried by a missile. A nuclear explosion can occur with a few minutes warning or without a warning. Apologies. The biggest nuclear bomb ever exploded was a Soviet bomb called Tsar Bomba, 50 megatons. And then I believe that the United States detonated a 20 megaton out in the Pacific. The Russians did one up near the Arctic. And everybody's trying to, it's like testosterone poisoning. Gotta build a bigger one. Gotta have more. Supposedly the Russians have about 6,000 nuclear weapons. And we've been cutting way back. We used to have a lot more than they did. But we've been cutting back. We've been retiring stuff. One of the things that they talk about is you've got to periodically test the stuff, and you've got to upgrade and replace certain components within it in order for it to be viable, that you actually want to use it, that you can. So a lot of the stuff that the Russians had built, a lot of stuff that the Russians have in their arsenal is well over 50 years old. They don't have the people that they used to have. They don't have the numbers that they used to have. The ability to go and test what they have to see if it, would it still work if you tried to use it? Whereas we go and we have periodic upgrades for our stuff. We replace components. they have means to test stuff without detonating a nuke, and they do periodic testing. Same way they periodically will fire off an ICBM, making sure that they'll have one disarmed. The Russians fired an ICBM into Ukraine, an unarmed ICBM. First time they've ever done that. And it would be like the equivalent of us with our 2-3 times a year testing nuclear weapons, firing off nuclear weapons. They'll fire off something other that's scheduled to fire off. They let everybody know what they're going to do, where it's going to go, and they'll fire them off as a verification that, yeah, everything's working. And then they are building a new generation. They're building a new generation of sub-launched, and they've got a new ground-launched that they're building, that they're replacing stuff. They're not going to build as many of them, but they really don't need as many of them. They don't need the numbers. The other thing is, the French, the British, the Israelis, we have allies that have nukes. India, sort of an ally, sort of. When it comes to China, they're definitely an ally. And so what will happen with a nuke going off? Bright flash, like the sun. Blast wave. And that blast wave is moving at hundreds and hundreds of miles an hour, like stronger than the strongest hurricane you will ever experience. Radiation will get you. Fire and heat. Yes, fire and heat. And what they call the electromagnetic pulse, EMP. Right now, we're experiencing a lot of solar activity. We're at the solar maximum. Every 11 years, there's a cycle. The sun goes through. It's flipped. They're at the maximum now. Solar maximum. Oh, the Black Widow. Thank you for coming, Black Widow. Seven in the house. 8 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. So FEMA talks about how far do you need to be from a detonation? What do you need to do if there is a detonation? Well, they basically say get inside, get down low, don't look at the blast. You can lose your eyesight. You have to stay inside. That's where those little bunkers come in handy. You get people building these or installing these bunkers or like an underground trailer, and they got some air filtration, and they're designed that you can stay underground for a couple of weeks. The idea being that if there was let's say that there was a major blast 100 miles north of me, 120 miles north of me, the idea being that for a period of a couple of weeks, and depending on the direction of the fallout, the air, what way's the air current going, the fallout and such, it'll take a couple of weeks for things to settle down where you can safely not worry about your breathing, not worried about passing through an area, it settles way down over a period of a couple of weeks. And man, everybody's having issues. God bless all of y'all. God bless your husband, Black Widow. God bless you, Devil Dog. Knee replacement, not good. Had an uncle who had that done. He had an injury. He was in his mid-50s. Had to go to the doctor's office. He's in there with a bunch of high school and college kids, football players. Knee injuries, cartilage. May he rest in peace. My uncle had an interesting life, as did my dad. Often times we'll say, you know, God bless the greatest generation. And we are the descendants. The boomers are descendants of the greatest generation. They fought and won the war. I was watching a short today, and they were talking about Patton and Eisenhower. And Eisenhower used to jump all over Patton, but when he needed to do something with the Germans, who was his go-to general? Patton. Patton pulled their butt out of, kept the Germans' offensive Battle of the Bulge from really kicking their butts. He was able to do a counterattack. And he did not like the Russians. He wanted to deal with the Russians right after they dealt with the Germans. He wanted to rearm the Germans who hated the Russians. He wanted to rearm the Germans and let them go at the Russians. The majority of the German troops wanted to surrender to the Western Allies. They did not want them to surrender to the Russians. So that's where we're at. Everybody's worried about the next couple of months. January the 20th, getting Biden out of office, getting Trump into office before they feel like Biden's going to start World War III with the Russians. Biden seems to be trying to do anything he can to screw things up before he leaves office. And they could invoke the 25th Amendment, but then for the last 2 months, you'd have Kamala Harris. Now you tell me, how jacked up would that be? Having to deal with Kamala Harris. Would that be jacked up or what? So, doctor was praying. Well, that's good. Doctor has faith. That's good. Praise the Lord. And you should be every day. You should get up and thank God for the day. You don't know how many days you have. Careful. Okay. It's called a coup. Yeah. I've heard they're threatening people, cabinet nominees. They're doxing them. I think they call it doxing. It's where they call in Um, they call in a threat and get response over to the person's house, trying to freak the neighbors out, freak the people out, freak the family out. It's really dirty. They catch people like that and they need to deal with them. They really do. So it's still not quite too late. When we get off the live stream, my recommendation would be to go on to Prime or Walmart or whatever you do. Look at what they have. You may find something at a really good price, something that you probably need. There are wants and there are needs, and I can get into that, but I really don't want to right now. But the main point is that a need is something you need. A want is something that's nice to have, but you don't need it. It'd be good to have it, but you don't absolutely need it. You need to be worried about needs. Once you've got your needs done, then you can go after your wants. And but I'll be working on the 1,800 subscriber giveaway, which hopefully I'll do the video this coming week. I need to get that, and I'll show what's in the box and get it all loaded up, and we'll do I'll let you know who won, and I'll tell them send me an email with their contact information, phone number. I'll text you, or we'll call, or whatever you want to do. I won't share the information. And hopefully I can get that done this week. I'll be on the road to 1,900. I looked at Social Blade. It said that I would be at 1,810 subscribers by the end of the week. I don't know. I just hit 1,800. It's not unreasonable that I'd be 1,810 subscribers. But then again, you never know. I could be at close to 1,900 subscribers in a week. Probably not. It's important to organize, make lists, plan. What is your scenario? You know, you gotta basically plan for your scenario. What's your emergency scenario? What's going to happen? Oh, I also ordered a couple of 4-pound pails of white rice, freeze dried. Something that'll be good 25 years from now. I'm not going to get any more at the store. I'm just going to transition into the pails, and every so often I'll get a couple of pails. And we're using rice. You know, I won't replace it. I'll start opening up some of the cans that I have. And we're whittling back. You know, I'm heavily into freeze-dried now. It's more expensive, but it lasts forever. And you want to make sure you have stuff that's not going to go bad on you. The other thing is, you know, people say, well, why are you ordering this or why are you ordering that? Hello, Mike Crusher. Why are you ordering this or why are you ordering that? Please leave a like to support the channel, Mike. It'll be greatly appreciated. Mike, I watched one of your videos here just in the last day or two. I need to go look and make sure I've cleaned out everything on your channel, that I'm up to date. Oh, you went to a nice get-together? That's good. I'm glad. I've oftentimes wanted to go to some of the MRE get-togethers that they have. Those MRE meet and greets. Some of the MRE ration channels. Be neat to meet some of those people in person. They would not consider me one of their own because I don't do that many ration reviews. I really need to start back doing ration reviews. Like I should do like one a week. I've got tons of older rations, different brands, different makes, models, you know, stored really stored so that they should be good. And I was watching one by Steve 89. He had a 30-year-old ration he was doing a review of. And he was in a sad mood. Sad. This was no good. That was no good. He hates not being able to use components. It kills him. And he's complaining about the coffee. You know. Well, just so that you know, MRE coffee is not the premium roast you're going to get at Starbucks. You know. But I enjoy it. It's like a kid with a toy. Melinda's Country Living. Hello. And as an example, he's got over 2 million subscribers. He did that review less than 24 hours ago. He has 120 plus thousand views already in the first 24 hours. 120,000 views in the first 24 hours. And he's been doing it the same way he's been doing it forever. And he's got connections. He has people send him stuff. He trades stuff. He buys stuff. Some of the stuff he'll do a review on, he paid $100+ for it. For one, you know. And I don't know why you'll see him. He's standing up over in the corner. The lighting is dark. He's holding his tray up and he's eating from his tray talking. That's the one part of his ration review I really don't think, I don't care too much for. But it's part of his signature. You know. It's part of his signature of what he does. Mr. Whistle, how you doing? Thank you for coming. Yes, please hit the like button to support the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. So, the one I did last night, all said and done, 10, a little over 10 watch hours. I mean, if I can drop a 1 hour live stream, and at the time, 50 plus, a little 50 people watched it or went through it. If I can, average view duration was a little over 10 minutes. If I can do a live stream and at the end of it, I've got 10 watch hours, I'm good. And it'll get 2 or 3 more because there'll be people come up afterwards and play it after the fact. So I got back to work Monday. I will try to do another live stream tomorrow because I've just been out of it for so long. I'll try to do it tomorrow, and then I don't guarantee I'll do one this coming week before maybe Friday. I'll let you know if I do. Check my community post. Doesn't take long to check them. 15, 20 seconds to read it. I try to post information about how things are going or something that I recommend. And mom of 4 boys, how you doing? So the idea of surviving a nuclear disaster would be being able to get away from it, being far enough away from it that doesn't affect you, being able to have food and water, clean food and water, being able to be underground or someplace out of the elements for a period of a couple of weeks till things settle down, to avoid radiation, the rads, rotogens, rads. That's important. I think everybody should have as their plans to survive a bad winter encounter, a bad storm or hurricane power outage. What do you need to do to survive in that situation? Say for a week. Well, to begin, you have a means to be able to heat, to stay above freezing, out of the elements. Having food and water, clean food, clean water, medication, some form of power, radio. If the power is out, chances are the cell phone towers will be down. And if you have a charged phone, you won't be able to get a signal. And it will be several days probably before they restore power. So can you get by for that amount of time? That's the type of stuff you got to think about. $12 in the house, 13 likes. Dam's Lifestyle. Hello. How are you doing, Dam's Lifestyle? Yeah, no wood stoves and bomb shelters. That's true. I am constantly all right, Dam's Lifestyle, you now have standard moderator. Now, this lady's got a big channel, over 30K. Big channel. Makes mine look small, but welcome. So, I've been here for about an hour. I appreciate y'all for coming. I intend to try to do another one tomorrow. Watching from Kenya, well, God bless you. Thank you for coming. Food Forest Permaculture, how are you doing? Howie. I will plan on coming back tomorrow. And I appreciate y'all for being here. I'm still recovering. I still got a cough. And remember, when you get up in the morning, thank God for the day. Say the Lord's Prayer, drink your coffee, take your medication, contemplate what's going on. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Everybody, have a blessed day. And be prepared. Bye-bye.